Welcome to Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. A staple of the college football environment. Color-coordinated schemes in the stands. A stripe out today. Students, alumni, all fans have band together to try to make life miserable for these visitors. It's the Thunderbirds and the Arizona State Sun Devils. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Arizona State off a rebuilding year, trying to get back to dominance with Kenny Dillingham. He is shown to be one of the most offensively talented minds in the sport, and he has the Sun Devils rising in Tempe. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And it's the Thunderbirds. Kickoff unit is ready to go, and so are we to start this season. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Sun Devils offense will go to work first. And now the transfer, junior wide receiver. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
And what a treat, man. We get to see an elite wide receiver, a master at his craft perform today. And obviously, nobody in the seats are surprised, right? Because this university continually pumps out guys at the spot. But, Jesse, I love the way this dude performs. I'm excited to watch him live.
You know, it was amazing. The three of us were walking around the facility yesterday, and you're just seeing all the names of receivers and all the memorabilia and the jerseys and the Bolitnikoff Awards. The tradition at the position at receiver at this school throughout college football history has just been elite, and this guy is the next one.
Finds his tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Come on, defense. What are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Bowling. Escapes the pressure to his right. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Guys, when you think about Arizona State, the only important expectations are the ones inside the program. But when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world. With a
picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
This defense talked about it. We want to set the tone. We don't want to give up big plays. First drive, the offense tries to accomplish that. This is a big play offense. Defense does a great job staying at home, staying disciplined, and getting the INT, creating some early momentum in this football game.
Off the RPO, complete.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. The Thunderbirds headed quickly to the line. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. That defense was a wall, and I think they're going to stop him a little bit short of this first down. And it's the Thunderbirds will send out the punt unit. The kick is high and away and headed toward the sideline. The Sun Devils offense makes its way onto the field. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game. Poor starting field position here for this offense. Here's Brown to begin the drive. He'll slither through and pick up 3 and get it out to the 10-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Unloads quickly. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And Kenny Dillingham, man, he knows how to coach offense. And he got that big extension this offseason, and he immediately took it and invested in the wide receiver position. Like, to make it easy for his quarterbacks. Got 2 of the best ones in the portal. They expect the pass game to continue to grow and develop, even though Sam Levitt took off.
Well, and you got to replace Jordan Tyson. In my eyes, he was the best receiver available in the draft from a season ago. So you got some new faces coming in, throwing it around. You got some new bodies catching it as well. This is an offense with tons of potential, but those playmakers outside and some of these new faces, they have to gel with their quarterback quickly.
The Sun Devils kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6, but he needs to be more accurate.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make 1st downs. 1st and 15 here. Jackson will throw. Unleashes one. Complete to the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
And those in-breaking routes, man, it's got to be trust. Trust in the offensive line to do their job, and then trust that you know your receiver is going to break that off and come straight down the line of scrimmage. Stay away from the defense.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Back to pass. Rushes on him. Fires it incomplete. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Right on the money. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. The Thunderbirds will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Here comes the Arizona State offense onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive.
Got a little grass. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Dropping back, it's Boley. That's caught. It's Moss. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Direct snap. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. And the Sun Devils are rolling down the field. On first down, it's Brown again. Makes it past the marker. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And when your offensive line can plow holes like that and you can get over 10 yards a carry, like, we don't need to complicate this. Like, this is a very simple form. Be more physical. Hand the football off. That's a great job in back-to-back plays for this offense.
He's now up to 52 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And the returner will be brought down. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off. Turning it on! Ball is loose. Oh, and just like they drew it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the first down. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play.
Well, the running back really lucky he jumped on his own fumble right there, and he's going to have to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure on the ball and with ball security, because you put it on the ground, you find yourself on the sideline in this offense.
Jackson gonna throw it. So after, and he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. Good, solid tackle. And it's the Thunderbirds come to the line in the hurry-up. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The Thunderbirds will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see what he can do with it. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They'll get this drive started from the 29. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the... Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. Right down the middle. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Thunderbirds. How about this defense taking one back to the house? Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Pushes ahead for one. It's 2nd and 9. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Bowling. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Harris. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. They'll try to get it through the air. Makes the grab and gets the foot in bounds, and it'll be a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Setting up the screen. On his feet at the 40. Makes the catch, and he's free. He is in! Touchdown, Arizona State!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run it from the gun. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. Just enough time to get off one more snap. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's start with the USC Trojans taking on the Fresno State Bulldogs.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
I caught up with the Thunderbirds head coach. The message of his speech was, I've got to get the running back more involved. They trust him. He's been terrific, but they haven't gotten him enough carries. He said, I've got one guy in the booth upstairs who is tracking how many times our running back touches the ball. That is the most essential part of getting back in this game. Get the rock to the guy who can make the biggest difference.
Thanks, Holly. And it's the Thunderbirds with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Jackson will throw. Takes the easy completion.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Heaves it deep. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down, or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have two left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually...
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And after the interception, able to get it in plus territory, taking it back to the 41. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. We saw it on that last play.
They'll run play action. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The Thunderbirds in the hurry-up. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-hurry.
He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Throws for the tight end. Put it where only his man... and gave him enough room to get the foot down. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And it's the Thunderbirds trying to get a touchdown on first. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Thunderbirds! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Could be an alley. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. A give to Brown. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll
first down physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Brown running left. Breaks into the open. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
4th down and less than a yard, and of course the offense is going to stay on the field. They'll go with a direct snap. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Sun Devils pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. From the red zone, looking for a space. Incomplete, and they got a hand on that right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown ASU. That one will give them the lead. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Catch in the middle. It's Dorsett. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Thunderbirds want to pick up the tempo. Trying play action. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new...
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And it's the Thunderbirds will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. No fair catches here, looking for room. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Sun Devils offense makes its way onto the field. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
It falls incomplete, and will change into the field to get things started back up. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to throw, it's Boley. And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. Again, it's Brown. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we...
First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week one clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Fires to the middle. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Grabs it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up. Getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Red pass hits complete. Got 7 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 3. The Thunderbirds want to move quickly. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And it's the Thunderbirds who will have it 1st and 10.
Well, it's a nice job handing off to him and getting the first down, but with the scoreboard looking how it does, you've got to throw the ball. You've got to go hurry up, you've got to get plays run quickly, and you've got to throw it down the field to get back in this game.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Jackson gonna throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Got a man in the middle.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Gonna look downfield again. Steps away. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. To the air on 2nd down. Under fire. He's knocked down, short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Now from inside the red zone. They get to him as he throws. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Wide receiver going in motion. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And obviously, guys, this drive is critical. You're down, you've got to score. So with a couple of timeouts in your pocket, man, like, that changes the whole dynamic of this 2-minute drill. Like, I can work the whole field. And here coming up on 3rd down, man, don't be scared to do that.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Here comes the Arizona State offense onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Gonna have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass, it's Boley. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. The Sun Devils line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Here's the return. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. They'll start this drive going to the air. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And a lot of times football, man, it's just about confidence and feeling good and getting in a rhythm. That's not what this offense has done all day. And now in a moment where you need it, you got to put it together. Where do they go? Like, who is their go-to guy? What is their go-to play? They've struggled all day, but you can erase all of that with one drive right here.
They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're
always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Back to pass.
This poor quarterback has been running for his life. He has never been able to get his feet set, stare downfield, and try and pick this defense apart because he's constantly throwing the pressure in his face.
They're facing a third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Quickly out to the tight end. He stopped short, and it's fourth down. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. throws to the wideout. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Jackson will throw. Here's the pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. The Thunderbirds will hustle to the line. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Here's the heat. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Arizona State. The defense putting points on the board. Game is essentially over right now. You wonder if it's really necessary to jack up the score like this.
It might not be necessary, but it won't be forgotten. I can tell you that, because coaches, they don't forget things like this. Late in games, you want to run the score, get that extra touchdown. I'll get the chance in the future to do this back to you. I like it. Just keep it in the back of your mind.
The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season, but 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the